What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another video from Fantasy Good Sports, guys. And today's video is going to be on my 5 streamers for Week 15, which is your first week for fantasy football playoffs in most formats. So make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. I said what I said. This is cutting edge content. Okay, let me see. Okay, there we go. All right. Messages. Okay. All right, guys, let's talk about some news first before I get into the content, before I give you my 5 streamers of the week. Let's get into some content. Let's get into some news. All right, let's see. Josh Downs from the Indianapolis Colts is practice. He practiced fully. Looks like he's going to be questionable. I think he's going to play. And it depending on who you got on your team, who you starting, the type of tiers of players that you got, I would start Josh Downs as a flex play. I love Josh Downs. I think he's incredibly, really gifted at running routes in the phone booth. And I think Anthony Richardson, we will be surprised the way Anthony Richardson target him because he's probably their best route runner. He's not their best wide receiver. I would say that's Michael Pittman. But I believe Josh Downs he's the best route runner on the team. Alvin Kamara is ready to go. Derek Carr will not play. He's doubtful. DK Metcalf is a full go. Kenneth Walker will not play, so Zach Charbonnet is a top 5, top 12 running back again. George Pickens is out. George Pickens from the Pittsburgh Steelers is out. Trey McBride, the tight end for the Arizona Cardinals, will be playing, so start him. Tony Pollard is questionable. It says Coach Brian Callahan told Terry McCormick of the Titans Insider early Friday that Pollard should be able to suit up Sunday, but such a decision won't become known until 90 minutes before kickoff, which is at 1 o'clock. What's going on, Nifty? Roshan Johnson did not practice today. And Harrison Buckner, the kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs, is officially questionable for this week. Deontay Banks is questionable, so that's going to be Rashad Bateman, Isaiah Likely, Zay Flowers. Without Deontay Banks, I think that's even a better start for them. I think this is going to be a really big week for the Baltimore Ravens. Jari Alexander, the big time corner for the Green Bay Packers, looks like he's going to be missing more time. The starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints is going to be Jake Haener, so I'm not starting him, and I'm not start. It really kind of makes me nervous with Juwan Johnson. That's the only really guy that I want to start, but it makes me nervous with him. I'm not starting MVS, and I will start Alvin Kamara. That's the only guy that I feel good about starting, him and Juwan Johnson. What up? What up? Total Football, what's up? Yes, sir. I got the gray. You can call me Santa. I'm delivering on Christmas. Let me see. DeAndre Swift held out of practice again. And Romeo Doubs does clear concussion protocol. Romeo Doubs for the Green Bay Packers does clear concussion protocol. David Njoku hopes to play Sunday. I'm nervous. He went from doubtful now. He hopes to play. I don't know if I'm playing him. I doubt if I'm playing David Njoku. So I'm going to take it day by day and take it ear by ear. I just don't think I'm going to play him no matter what. It's a hamstring injury. Let's see. Aaron Jones is a full participant in practice. Drew Lock will not be starting, so it will be Tommy DeVito as the starter for the New York Giants. No Drew Lock. I think that's okay for Malik Neighbors and Tyrone Tracy. Malik Neighbors is playing. Breach Hall is questionable, but coach hopeful for Sunday. I'm starting Braylon Allen. I don't think Breach is going to play. And even if he does play, he will be on the snap count with a knee injury, the same knee that he hurt, that he had surgery on. Cedric Tillman is out for the Cleveland Browns, so Cedric Tillman will not be playing this week. So it looks like that's Elijah Moore. That's Elijah Moore game. Let's see. I think that's about it, guys, for all the news. If anybody else got any more news that you want to talk about, put it in the comment section, and we'll chop it up. Keon Coleman is cleared to play, but Dalton Kincaid is not for the Buffalo Bills. So Keon Coleman will be playing, but Dalton Kincaid is questionable. So I probably wouldn't play Dalton Kincaid anyway. Bucky Irvin is a game-time decision. Bucky Irvin, the running back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the rookie running back, he's a game-time decision. That's why I also like the defense for the Chargers, because Bucky's going to be out. I think Bucky is the best player on this team in real life. All right, I think that's it. Everybody else. Hollywood Brown from the Kansas City Chiefs. His practice window is opening up. So it looks like he's going to be playing in the playoffs for the Kansas City Chiefs. Evan Ingram is out for the season with a torn labrum. Evan Ingram, the tight end for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brian Thomas Jr. to the moon. Also, Britton Strange. Britton Strange, the backup tight end. I like him a lot this week. Britton Strange. I like him a lot. Almost makes me want to start redo my stream on tight end for the week. All right, I think that's it, guys. All right, let's get to some of these questions. Yes, sir. I see you, Nifty. I see you, Kid Cuddy. All right. So the first guy I want to talk about is my streamer of the week at the quarterback position. It's going to be Aaron Rodgers. Yes, guys, Aaron Rodgers. And the reason why Aaron Rodgers is going to be my streaming quarterback of the week, he's going against the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is a bottom 5 passing defense. Their defense is not that good. So when you have Garrett Wilson, who's a young stud, good route runner, and you got Devontae Adams with the chemistry that he gets with Aaron Rodgers on the outside, running great routes, they can basically throw routes with their eyes closed where they can connect together. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be smashing for the rest of the fantasy football playoffs. I think he's going to be showing people, look, I can still play. Don't think because I play with the Jets that I can't play. So he's going to be pushing the ball downfield to Garrett Wilson, who is, if you look at PFF, he's still separating. He just got to get the targets. And I think both of these guys are going to get 10 targets, especially with Breach Hall being nicked up. So I love Aaron Rodgers. That's kind of my call for this week. I'm telling people, you can stream Aaron Rodgers and feel good about it. I feel good about it. Now, don't sit none of your studs, but if you Baker Mayfield, I might start Aaron Rodgers over Baker Mayfield. I said what I said. I might start Aaron Rodgers over Baker Mayfield. What's up, Tron? What's up, bruh? What's up, Ethan Carey? What's up, bruh? Long time no see. How you doing? How your leagues doing? All right, let's move on to my running back streamer of the week. It's going to be Jalen Warren from the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they playing against the Eagles. Now, the reason why I got Jalen Warren as my streamer, there's no George Pickens. They need somebody to catch passes that they can trust. So Pat Freiermuth would be my number one after that, far as somebody they can trust. And then I will go to Jalen Warren. Now, Van Jefferson and Mike Williams and Calvin Austin, they very volatile. But the guys that you can count on getting passing attempts, it's going to be Jalen Warren and Pat Freiermuth. So I love Jalen Warren to start him this week, even though Najee is a great start too. You can start both of them in this type of game, the way with George Pickens being out. Moving on to my wide receiver streamer of the week, it's going to be Christian Watson. And I know Romeo Doubs is back and he's playing, but Christian Watson is a very important part of this team as far as pushing the ball downfield. He's the guy that can beat the defense deep. The rest of the guys are not really that fast, but they're good players. Jalen Reed is a good player, even though he had a 0 last week. Romeo Doubs is a good route runner. Dontavius Wicks is a good route runner. All these guys are good route runners, but the alpha athletic ability is going to be Christian Watson. So if you're looking to stream a wide receiver and Christian Watson is out there and you can stream him or you got him on your bench, I don't think this is a bad guy to play. Now, I'm not going to start him over the main studs, but after that tier 2, beginning of tier 3 type wide receivers, I'm starting Christian Watson, especially if you had Cedric Tillman planning on him starting or George Pickens and you can go to Christian Watson. I think that's a good move, and it's going to give you that boom. Remember, playoffs is about booming. If you be safe and then they got some type of guy that they play like Sincere McCormick and he ends up booming, then you probably going to lose. So try to get some boom in your lineup. And I think Christian Watson is that guy. Let's move on. And they're playing against the Seahawks. Now, the Seahawks is not a bad defense, but Green Bay got really good wide receivers, so I don't really worry about matchups when it comes to Green Bay. I know a lot of you are upset about Jordan Love. I'm not. I still think Jordan Love is elite. I think he's a nice start, too. Going on to my tight end is going to be Hunter Henry from the New England Patriots. They're playing against the Cardinals. The Cardinals is not a bad defense, but Hunter Henry is the most consistent pass-catching weapon on the New England Patriots. So I like him and Drake May. I think they are sneaky starts. I'm starting Hunter Henry, especially if you lost in David Njoku or if you lost Evan Ingram. Hunter Henry is a great guy to stream. Yes, sir. What's going on, MVM? Going on to my flex starter of the week is going to be Sincere McCormick. Yes, Sincere McCormick. Now, I'm pretty sure he's picked up, but some of you that's in 10-team leagues, I wanted to get this in here that you need to start Sincere. And I'm starting over some guys that you might be surprised about. Now, if you got a question like, TD, who you going to start Sincere? Ask me. Say, I got this player. Who should I start? Sincere, to me, is a top 12 running back. Rest of the fantasy football playoffs. Yes, Sincere McCormick. And he's going against the Falcons, who's been giving it up. Right? All right. And my defense streamer of the week is going to be the Los Angeles Chargers going against the Bucks. You might say, what? Well, Baker been eating. Well, if you look at the Chargers, they've been shutting, except for the big-time quarterbacks like Lamar, they've been shutting everybody down. I like the Chargers. They get into the passer. They rushing the passer really good. They holding teams less than 20 points most of the time. And the Bucks, to me, with no Bucky Irvin, is volatile. I think Bucky is what makes his offense go. Rashad Wright catches passes, but if you hitting Baker in the mouth and you're not establishing that run like the way Bucky established it, I think you can be had. So I think this is a bad matchup for the Buccaneers, and I'm going with the Chargers. They want that. They want to stop. The Chargers going to stop that run. I'm going to tell you that now. That's a Jim Harbaugh team. Yes, sir. Okay, so let's go through some of these questions. Let me read out the streamers again. So my quarterback streamer of the week is going to be Aaron Rodgers. My running back streamer of the week is going to be Jalen Warren. My wide receiver streamer of the week is going to be Christian Watson. And my tight end is going to be Hunter Henry. But also pay attention to Britton Strange for the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's a bonus guy that I want to mention right now. And for my flex, it's going to be Sincere McCormick. Again, he's probably not on your waivers, but I think this guy got to be mentioned in case you got him on your bench and you, what should I do, TD? He needs to be in your starting lineup. I mean, I think he's on a Jonathan Taylor type level. I don't mean athletic ability, but far as in fantasy for points and what I expect out of him, I expect just as much as I expect out of Jonathan Taylor, I expect it out of Sincere. He's the best. Zamir is on waivers. I mean, on IR. And Alexander Madison, I don't even know if he's playing this week. And my defensive streamer of the week is going to be the Chargers going against the Bucks. All right, let's see here. Nifty says, yes, sir. Total Football says, hello, Santa. Dacky Bell says, what up? Kale says, Cup messed up a lot of people lineups this week in the playoffs. Hey, that's part of fantasy football. You should not be. I had Matthew Stafford in a couple of leagues that I had to play this week. I only got to play this week on like 3 leagues. I think I made the playoffs in 75% of my leagues. I'm going to do a video Saturday and show y'all the leagues that I made the playoffs in. But yeah, man, it happens. That doesn't mean you're going to lose. I want y'all to have that mentality. Y'all can't. I don't care about a bad game from any player, and I know you want to win in the fantasy football playoffs, but that shit happens. It was the rain, and didn't nobody know about the rain coming down like that. So don't beat yourself down for that. Do not beat yourself down about starting Cup. It was the right move. So just know that you got that boom. You've been following some fantasy good sports. You ain't got no safe ass players on your team. You got some boomers. You got Tyreek Hill, who's get ready to boom. He's ready to go now. Everybody was worried about him all season, and I get it. But now he's ready to go. So you if you got Tua, you got Tyreek, you got Amon-Ra, you got these type of players, you're going to be okay. That type of game, it brought a whole teardown of players. Because you had look what type of bail you had. Juwan Jennings, you had Garendo, you had Brock Purdy, you had Debo, you had George Kittle. All these guys took a hit. They might have scored, so you don't have to worry about a normal week where that game where if he got a 0 but everybody else scored a lot of points. No, that whole game took a lot of players down. I started Cup in the league. Kid Curry says, who do I play? Tight end, Pat Fryermuth, Stone, or Castle Terror? I'm going with Pat Fryermuth. Pat Fryermuth all day. What's up, Tron? He said, what's up, TD? Ethan Carey says, thanks, TD. Without you, I wouldn't be in the playoffs in all my leagues. Thank you, bruh. I appreciate that. That's the type of comments that I like to hear. And they genuine. That's why I don't tell y'all to... I mean, if that's going on for you, I tell you to say it, to state it in the comment section. That way, when people come in, they'll be like, okay, well, this dude is going live, and he doesn't have a background, and he kind of talks weird, and he's stuttering and stuff, and why should I follow this channel? Well, you just hear what he say, what Ethan say. Thanks, TD. Without you, I wouldn't be in the playoffs in all my leagues. I'm not perfect, but my hit rate is ridiculous. My hit rate is ridiculous. I'm upset that Njoku went down. Njoku's about to break out. He killed it. 2 touchdowns last week. All my players. Tyreek Hill about to be a league winner. He gonna be a different. And it ain't gonna be that superstar #1 player in the whole fantasy league, but he might be the #1 wide receiver in the fantasy football playoffs. I said what I said. The main one. What's up? Tron says from 2-5 to 9-5. That's what I'm talking about. He said with a playoff bye. Happy I had a bye with Njoku banged up. Facts. That's what I'm saying. And Cup putting up a goose egg last night. Right, Tron? Ethan says long time no see. Right, bruh. But that's because I feel like I didn't need fantasy advice because I've been killing. But no CMC out. So is JK. So I'm going to be tuning in every live. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, bro. You know fantasy. MVM, he says, who should I start? Evans, London, Dowdle, JSN, or Rico. Please pick one. Already started Jennings and Kyron Williams. So ain't nothing wrong with starting Jennings. I didn't have him ranked in my top 12, but he's a start. So don't worry about that. That was a great move. Kyron Williams was a great move. This one right here, bro, you're going to have to do some consolidating because I'm going to go ahead and break it down to you for real. JSN and Dowdle are starts. The rest of the guys I don't really give a shit about. Well, Evans, I respect Evans. I think Evans is a start, a must-start wide receiver too. But London, I don't give a damn about because he's playing with Kirk Cousins. Not saying he ain't shit, but I'm just saying I don't care about. So it's just London, but Dowdle and JSN, bro. Dowdle is he's a top 12 running back rest of the season, man. You gotta start him and JSN. So those are the two guys. However you want to do it. If you want to play JSN or Dowdle, that's up to you. If you want to try to be able to open up 2 spots for them two, that's great. That's even greater. So I'm gonna just say Dowdle or JSN, tomato. Both of those guys are must starts. Yes, sir. Senor Rojo, what's up? He said, what's up, big bro? What's my best 2 options? Flex, PPR Worthy, Westbrook Akina, Dale, Keon, Braylon. I'm gonna say Braylon if Breach Hall doesn't play. And guys, by the now, I know his name is Breece, but I call him Breach here. This is Fantasy Good Sports when we say Breach. But Braylon Allen and Worthy. Braylon Allen and Worthy. And I'm playing Worthy over Keon and Dale and Akina because of the upside. And they need somebody to help them win the games right now. So right now, not Pat Mahomes, but Travis Kelce is just being saved for the fantasy football playoffs. He's gonna get some targets, but they ain't gonna deploy him like that. So it's gonna be Noah Gray and Worthy. I like Worthy for the upside. I think a big play and a big game is coming for him. A reverse for about 50, 60 yards or a post for 50, 60 yards. That's coming. Maybe multiple ones in one game. So I'm gonna say Worthy and Braylon. Keon Coleman got to prove a good game before I can start him in the fantasy football playoffs. Senor Roy says, I started Cup, Jennings, and Kittle. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Kittle, you're going to be fine, bro. You got to get the boom. That's why I'm telling you about Worthy right now. You got to get that boom. That's fine. I don't think you made any bad decisions. If you did, I would have told you. I'm like, man, why'd you start this guy? You had to start those guys. Thea says, yo, which tight end you starting? Otten, Kraft, or Ferguson? I'm going with Ferguson because that's Cooper Rush best friend. He's hyper target. He hyper targeted Ferguson a couple years ago when Dak was out again. Ferguson had a big year. Kraft is too many mouths to feed, especially with Romeo Dobbs being back. Otten, he just don't got the same role that he had before when Evans was out. So I like Otten, but I don't like him before like it was before Evans. So I'm going to say Ferguson. Gecko, guys, make sure you hit the like button. We got 40 people in here. We only got 14 likes. Let's get the likes up. Gecko says Purdy kills some people this week. That's how fantasy goes. I didn't touch Purdy. I'm not gonna say it was a bad start, but if you had Purdy, you probably had to start him. But Purdy ain't a guy that I'm gonna play. I'm not saying even if Lamar Jackson was in that type of game, his points would have been lower, but he can run the ball. That's why, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now. This is I'm giving y'all a golden nugget, an Easter egg right now inside of this video. Draft the top quarterbacks early. Like second round, you got to go get Lamar. You got to go get Josh Allen or Joe Burrow. Wait late to get the Jared Goffs and the Matthew Staffords and stuff. But them upside, league-winning quarterbacks, you got to go get them early. You see, they big time difference. I'm not trying to win a championship with a Purdy or a Jared Goff. You can, because I got Matthew Stafford in plenty of leagues where I'm the number one seed. But I'd rather have Lamar. I feel good in all my leagues. I got Lamar. I take a 0 with Cooper Kupp. If I got Lamar Jackson, who gonna score 30 points, you think he gonna let Josh Allen outdo him? You think, I don't want the MVP. No, Lamar about to go dumb. What did his mama tell him? And I've been saying this shit for a long time. His mama said, boy, what are you doing? Back there standing in the pocket, and then at the end of the game, when the game is over, you want to rush for 80 yards. Stop it. You should have been doing that shit the whole game. So Lamar about to go bonkers. Lamar about to go bonkers. Fat says projected to lose by 11. Evans, Addison, or Dowdle in the flex. Woo, bruh. All those guys are good starts, but the best of the best, I think you got to go with the running back, like with Dowdle. Let me look at the schedule just to make sure. Yeah. Yes, and they missing one of their linebackers. They missing I think his name is Tavon Wallace. I'm going with Rico Dowdle, man, slightly over Addison. I love Addison. I've been telling everybody, why y'all ain't saying nothing in the chat about Addison? And I've been making all these videos about Addison, and he went off. Sometimes I know y'all don't make the star that I tell you, and that's okay because it's your team. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you supposed to do what I say, right? If I say, "Oh, do this," no, it's up to your discretion. It's your prerogative. But Addison been killing it, and I told you it's because Justin Jefferson on the other side. It's the coach thinking. I'm double teaming Justin Jefferson, triple teaming him, but I'm gonna make Addison beat me. And I love Addison, but I'm gonna go with Rico Dowdle slightly over Addison. Tyler Sperry, what's up, bro? He said, let's talk about players that are playing. Let's talk about players that are playing. I don't know what you mean, bro. What are you talking about? Walker may not play. Right. Jesse says Marvin Harrison or Metcalf. Marvin Harrison or Metcalf. I'm going with I'm going with Metcalf. I'm starting Metcalf. I like Marvin Harrison this week for a bounce back, but it's inconsistent. And DK ain't consistent, but I think with the upside that he can provide for you in the playoffs, you don't want that to go off on your bench. If Marvin Harrison goes off, we're just one of those crazy random games. If Metcalf goes off, you knew that he could do that. So I'm going with Metcalf over Marvin. All right, let me see here. What's up, CHB? What's up, bruh? Clayton, what's up, Clayton? He says, what's up, TD? If Walker doesn't start, would you start Charbonnet over either of these two? Yes, I'm playing him over that's rough. That's a tough situation that you in. I would play him over Montgomery. Now listen, I'm not saying that's optimal, but you got to get Charbonnet in your lineup. I'm playing him over Montgomery. I can't play him over Mixon because Mixon like the number 1, number 2 running back all year. To me, that's their second best weapon. Nico, then Mixon. I'm going with yes, I'm gonna play Charbonnet over Montgomery. But listen, either way, you won't go wrong. If you wanted to sit Charbonnet and just go with Montgomery, I wouldn't chastise you about it. I don't think it's a crazy move. This is one of the moves where you got to feel it, because both guys are starts, and we splitting hairs. It's like me splitting hairs on my face. I mean, they're all hairs, right? So either way, it is what it is. So I will go with Charbonnet over Montgomery. Great question though, Clayton. Great question, bruh. Chris Vila, what's up? He says, I think my biggest flaw is having too many good. I told you. Didn't I tell you about that, Chris? I agree with, bro. I saw that like the first 2 years of me playing fantasy. I'm like, I don't want all them good players because some of these guys are good, but they ain't that boom. They ain't Tyreek and Jamar Chase. So I'd rather consolidate and get Tyreek and Jamar Chase, and then next thing you know, I got Tim Patrick on the bench. I don't want no damn Mike Evans and then T. Higgins and then JSN and then Jordan Addison. That's too many. Because now you're going to say, TD, who should I start out of all these 6 guys? Bro, I ain't God. You ain't God. We don't know who going to do what each game. We didn't know the rain was going to come. But if you just have to play certain players, that's better to me. If you trust in a guy and you play him every week, he ain't gonna slip past his boom games. Man, I didn't play him this week. You hit him. You played him. It hit. Reason why it hit, you played him. You didn't know it was a terrible matchup. The dude, they said he had an ankle injury. They said his knee was bad, but he ended up going for 30 points. But you played him. Why? Because you didn't have nobody else to go to. Sometimes that's the easiest decision and the smartest decision that we can make. Tyler Sperry says Kamara might not play. Yes, I saw that. While I was talking, I saw that come in. What are they saying was wrong with Kamara? No, Neighbors is playing. Neighbors is playing. Tyler. I got a super chat from the one and only Chris Vila. What's up, bro? He said pick 3: Gibbs, Montgomery, Dowdle, Charbonnet, Amari Cooper. Okay, I'm going with Gibbs, Dowdle, and Sharp. Gibbs, Dowdle, and Sharp. Montgomery and Amari Cooper are good plays too, but I gave you the best 3, in my opinion. Mr. Sleeper, what's up? He says, thanks to you, man. I'm in 4 different playoffs, 3 of them on bye week. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about, Mr. Sleeper. That's what we're here for. Tyler says Evans might not play. Okay, I haven't saw that. Anybody saw anything about that? Put it in the chat right now. I didn't see anything about Evans being hurt. If that doesn't happen, my Chargers streaming defense, that shit looks gravy. That shit looks gravy. I'm so glad that I stashed them. Appreciate the news, Tyler. Jay Moore says, with David Njoku out, who do I start? Hawkinson or Juwan Johnson or the Jags tight end? I'm going with the Jags tight end. Listen, you ain't got to listen to it. That's just the way because, bruh, this is what I'm seeing from Juwan Johnson. Hainer, I don't trust Hainer. I know a tight end quarterback best friend is a tight end. I know that. But I don't trust Juwan Johnson. Not with Hainer. But if it was Derek Carr, hell yeah, it'd be Juwan Johnson easily. Hawkinson, you got Aaron Jones, you got Jordan Addison, you got Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson. You got JJ. I don't. That's a lot of mouths to feed. And waiting on. Come on, Hawk, catch one. Come on, Hawk. I'm not gonna sit here and be begging him to catch a pass when I know he got better weapons out there above him. But all I know for the Jaguars, I'm not worried about Travis Etienne and Tank Bigsby. Now they're gonna run the ball. They're gonna get a little bit there, and Travis Etienne gonna catch passes. Don't get it twisted. I don't want to be fair, but I don't. Outside of Brian Thomas Jr., that's really no other weapons. Parker Washington is just there. So Britton Strange, even when Evan Ingram was playing, was getting targets. And when Evan Ingram was out for that beginning stretch, Britton Strange was a solid start. He was getting like 7 to 8 points on a regular week. So I like Britton Strange to be safe. I need to be safe at my tight end position. I'm not really looking for a boom this week in my fantasy football playoffs from a tight end this week. Great question though, Jay Moore. So I will go with Britton Strange. Quincy Davis says, start 2, Gibbs, Montgomery, or Charbonnet. I'm going with Gibbs and Charbonnet. Gibbs and Charbonnet. Damn, I don't like telling people to sit Montgomery, but I'm giving the best. Hold on, let me see here. Yeah, I'm going with the best. Okay, Tyler says Evans is questionable. Burrow is fine. Burrow is fine. Because I saw that earlier. They said he was going to be fine. But yeah, Evans questionable. Wow. Jay Moore says also flex Isaac Guerrero. Was that a bad move? No, that was a great move. You had to play him. He was healthy. You had to play him. I think that was a good move. Excuse me. Jay Moore says, played against Cup while playing Garendo at the same time. Now I'm projected to win by a couple points. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Even if you was on the other side, man, this shit goes like this, man. You just got to play your guys, and hopefully everything follow the process. The process wins every single time. I'm very, very patient when it comes to my players in fantasy football. Quincy Davis says, started Kyron Cup and Jennings. I have Lamb and Mooney. Would you start McCormick over Tracy? And I have both of them Monday night. I would start McCormick over Tracy. Full PPR, you can still start Tracy over McCormick, but in half-point PPR, I would go with McCormick. But full PPR, Tracy is a great running back because he's going to catch like 6 or 7 passes against this game. Against the Baltimore Ravens. That's the only way you can beat that Baltimore Ravens team. You can't run it at them. They too good in the box. Pause. Ethan says, TD, once the season ends, will there still be content? Yes, sir, brother. I'm going to be providing content all year long. Not every single day, but probably at least 5 days a week. Content will be coming. Some type of content. I might be talking to might be kind of off. It might be me talking to a guy that used to play professional football. It's going to be just different content that I think is going to be really good. Sports, might talk about some things that might be a little bit out of the sports realm, but it's going to all circle back to sports. So I'm going to just try some things. If it doesn't do good, I'll switch it up. But content will be coming. Jay Moore says, what should I do at the wide receiver position? Start 2. Really, Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., or look on waivers for a better option? What should I do at the wide receiver position? Start 2. I would say start Neighbors and Marvin Harrison Jr. Let me make sure here. Yeah, I would start Marvin Harrison Jr. and Neighbors over Ridley, where I can't trust Will Levis. Now, the Bengals defense are not that good, but if you trust Will Levis, I would say Ridley and Neighbors. But if you don't trust Will Levis, then I will say Neighbors and Marvin Harrison Jr. Dirt Boy says, I made it to the playoffs in 19 of 25 leagues, about to add some more championships to the 70 I already won over the years. Yes, sir, Dirt Boy. Yes, sir. Jay Moore says, starting B. John and Brian Robinson Jr. at running back, start a quarterback, Winston or Herbert. I'm going with Herbert. I'm going with Herbert over Winston. If Ladd McConkey plays, and I'm pretty sure Ladd's going to play. It's all about Ladd. Jay Moore says, Roger was picked up already. Okay. CHB, what's up? He said, what up, bro? Who you starting in the flex, Brian Robinson or Christian Watson? Brian Robinson all day. Chef says, what's up? All of your amazing people. Nice beanie. Thank you, bro. It's a cheap one. I got this from the gas station. Bro, I don't listen. When you do, I'm gonna tell you my fashion. I wear anything if it looks good. If I can make it match and look good, that's what it's about. The name doesn't matter. Some stuff is cheap, but it fit good on you. You still can wear it. So I got this for like $10 out of a gas station, man. I love Army fatigue. I'm from the country, so anytime I see anything Army fatigue, I get it. My girl, man, she buys me Army fatigue too. She know I love Army fatigue. Appreciate you, bro. Dub Nation said, what up, bro? Need two, Mooney or Neighbors or Addison. I'm going with Neighbors. It's close. I'm going to say Mooney and Addison. I love Neighbors, but Mooney, man, is the best weapon on that team. Him and B-John. B-John and Mooney is the only two guys that you can play. Drake London is okay, but he don't give you the boom that you be looking for. I'm going to say Mooney and Addison, but if you want to go to Neighbors and Addison, that's fine too. Chris Cofit says, no Evans playing, just a veteran sit out. Okay. Got another super chat from the homie, Chris Cofit. Thank you, bro. He says, TD, man, look, I started Matt Stafford. It's okay. Don't panic. You good. My opponent got Joe. You still good? Still feel good? Yes. Evans is playing just vet rest. Okay. It's going to rain Bengals game for your information. You see how shit go around? You see how shit circle around? So I think you're going to be okay. Appreciate the super chat, bro. You good. Because you didn't tell me any boom players you got, but hopefully you got a boom player. If you got a bunch of safe players, then you could feel nervous. But if you got some boom players, somebody gonna go out there for 30 points. Rico Smith says, I picked up Isaiah Davis on the bench for now. Yeah, just stash him in case something happens to Braylon Allen or something. Rico says, yo, what about them Cowboys? All good though. And them Cowboys, they balled out. We about beat. We touched the punt, bro. You got to look at the game. You got to look at the game script. If somebody if they'd have beat us by 10, 14 points, I'm like, yeah. Bro, we had the game. That's fine. That's all I wanted to see from my Cowboys. We did our thing. We had the game. It's nothing else. We got Cooper Rush. We don't got Joe Burrow. We don't got Dak Prescott. We got Cooper Rush. So I thought that was a win for the Cowboys. The Bengals is not winning no Super Bowl. They might go to the playoffs. They're gonna get that ass whooped because all they got is offense. They almost let the Cowboys Cooper Rush beat them. CHB says it's funny how people laughed at me for drafting Tyreek #1 and I'm in the playoffs and they not. Facts. Let them keep laughing. Dub Nation says Arizona D, Dallas D, Broncos D. I'm going with Arizona D. Tyler says Hawkinson is better than Oden. I don't really care. I don't mean that ain't. I'm not coming at you, Tyler. Some things it doesn't even matter who's better. Like at some certain levels of fantasy, y'all sometimes y'all be like, well, who better? I'm like, bro, it don't even matter at this tier. Now, if it ain't a special guy, it don't even matter. Hawkinson or Oden, ain't none of them going for 40 points. So just play whatever one you got on your team. Tyler says Chuba is that man. Chuba is a top 5 running back in the NFL. Now in fantasy, he top 12, but in real life, he's a top 5 running back in the NFL. I said what I said. He says A-Chain and Chuba, both of them nasty. Tyler says Charbonnet if Walker is out. Yes. Chef says tight ends killed the Bears and Hawk has over 100 yards 2 weeks ago. How do you bench him? Brother, again, it doesn't really matter. You got to play the guy that you got. You talking about, and I hate to put it this way. Forgive me if I have any females in here because I'm not gonna say anything weird, but I just want to be, PC. Bruh, if you got a girl, what's the difference between? I guess I'll say this. What's the difference between J-Lo and Janet Jackson? I need Janet. I mean, both of them pretty. So tight ends, man, you got Hawk or whoever else. If it ain't Travis Kelce, if it ain't Trey McBride, if it ain't somebody like that, you just got to start them. It doesn't matter who they are. So if you got Hawk, you want to start Hawk, you can start Hawk. A lot of times, man, I'm splitting hairs here, and y'all be looking for me to split hairs. So like, if I say, hey, I'm starting Braylon Allen over Sincere McCormick. Oh, you're gonna sit McCormick? How are you gonna sit McCormick? McCormick did this for 3 weeks, and he did this for 2 weeks, and he did this. Who gives a damn? It's whoever I picked up, whoever I got to play in that spot. Y'all be having these benches where it's full of people. I don't got no teams where it's full of people. I got a few players that I can play because most of my leagues are very competitive. I don't get to pick galore off the waivers. So what I'm trying to say, bro, and I'm just you know how my content is. I ain't coming at you. You just gotta. It doesn't matter if you got Hop, play him. Play him. If you got Jawan Johnson, play him. If you got Auden, play him. Dirk Boy says, I'm starting Judy. Pick one, Amari, Mooney, Watson, and Tillman. So Tillman is out. Watson is volatile, but he got that boom. Mooney's been killing it. I'm going to say Mooney. I like Amari. Amari's going to get probably 8 to 10 targets too. But Mooney's been putting up the points a little bit more than Amari because Amari was hurt coming to Buffalo. If you said, yes, you starting Judy, but if you was like, I'm gonna start Mari over Mooney, I wouldn't say you was crazy. I actually get it. I think Mari's gonna have a big game and he's gonna have a nice fantasy football playoffs because he's the number one on his team. Khalil's getting targets, but Amari got like 10, 11 targets last game. Vet me if I'm wrong, guys. Let me know. So I would say, man, Mooney slightly over Amari. Slade, what's up, Slade? He says Tyrone Tracy or Isaiah Pacheco. That's easy, Tyrone Tracy. Tyler says start Addison or JSN. That's hard. That's tomato. That means they both are kind of the same tier. I would go with JSN over Addison slightly. Senor Rojo says with Kamara, he had just had an illness but practiced today. Okay, thank you, Senor. Dub Nation says, should I play Tracy over JT because of the possibilities of 10 targets from Tracy? No, we don't get that cute. But listen, if you want to do that, Dub, I like that you know what's going on. You know what you're looking for. That's fine. But I would say go ahead and play JT, bro. Don't overlook it. Don't think that AR is just going to take everything that JT can get. So I would start JT over Tracy, especially going against the Baltimore Ravens. If he's playing against the let's say Carolina Panthers or the Raiders, then I would say, yeah, play Tracy, or it would be even tomato. But right now, I play JT. JT can break a long play. He's going to catch some passes. They've been planning a lot through the bye week, so I think JT is going to be fine. I would play JT over Tracy. That's a great question, though, Doug. Tyler Sperry says, update on Kenneth Walker. Doubtful. Thanks for all you. Yes, anytime. Okay, so Solo says Mooney's a little hurt. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that, man. I'm going to consider that. Gavin says Breach or Sharp. I'm going with Sharp. Rico says picked up Isaiah Davis off the bench for now. Yes. He's on the bench for now. Yeah, that's a good stash. Chris Cofit says, I got Brian Robinson Jr., Chase Brown, Justin Jefferson, and Thielen. Yes, sir. Okay, so Chase Brown. He's a great running back. He got some boom. You got Brian Robinson Jr. He's a good running back. Goal line touches. And you got Justin Jefferson, the boom. You got the boom of the boom. So you good. Thielen, but he can boom. But it ain't the name don't say boom. The name just say top 24. But yes, I like that you got Justin Jefferson, Chase Brown. I think they can make up for it. I think Brian Robinson just gonna give you 15 or 20 points, and that's easy. Tron says that Cowboy game was Leon Lett all over again. Facts. So I'm not really worried about that. I thought the Cowboys played good. I actually say we are playing good football right now. But we lost. It is what it is. I mean, that happens. If somebody lose on a field goal miss and stuff, that's the NFL. Now, if you get beat by 10 points, you got your ass whooped. That's how the NFL works. But a field goal, because you got it last, you can't brag about that. That's just how the game goes. How the cookie crumbles. Todd says Brock Purdy F me. Not the I don't, and I mean this with all due respect, bro. It was God. It was God, man. God made that rain come. Brock Purdy didn't make that rain come. I mean, Matthew Stafford played bad. Everybody, the whole game was terrible on the offensive side. Rico says they blown me pause with Bucky. Just sit him if he hurt. Right. Facts. I didn't like that for last week. Tyler says ESPN Evans did return to practice Friday with a hamstring questionable tag still. Okay. Jose says I need Evans to play. I know that's right. Gavin says pick 2: AJ Brown, London, Neighbors, Judy, Hopkins, Thielen. Guys, I'm gonna teach. Never sit AJ Brown while he's healthy. Never ever while he's this young. So it's gonna be AJ Brown and Jerry Judy. AJ Brown and Jerry Judy. Jay Moore says thoughts on the Ravens DST this week. They're a great start. They probably the second best, or I would say the number one starting streaming defense because they was out there on waivers for at least last week. They was. Saddam says Neighbors or Shakir or McConkey. I'm going with Shakir. I'm gonna rank these guys: Shakir, McConkey, and Neighbors. All are good starts. Shakir is a wide receiver 2, low end wide receiver 2. That must be started. McConkey is a low end wide receiver 2 too, in my opinion. And Neighbors is a wide receiver 3, but has wide receiver 1 upside. We haven't saw it, but maybe once this year. So I would go with Shakir. That's for the playoffs. He's been killing it. Josh Richardson, he says, "What's your thoughts on the Panthers?" I think they got to. I think, guys, I hate to say this, and I could be on my onomatopoeia type shit, but I think that Bryce Young is proving that he can still be better than CJ Stroud, and that the Panthers made the right decision. Not because I know CJ is going through a tough time, and I'm not going to ride him pause because he's going through a tough time, but I actually think Bryce Young, it looks like I can see him watching him in the pocket. Since he got benched and he came back, I think he could be better than CJ Stroud. I think the Panthers are going to be a good team. I think they're going to start rebuilding, and I think they're going to be fine in the next couple years. I think they got a good coach too. I like the way he turned the season around and how he started making the guys play better, the rookies. So yeah, I think the Carolina Panthers are going to be fine. Benny says join late. Who are we talking about? We just whatever the questions. I'm addressing each person question, but first of all, I talked about the streamers. What guys I'm willing to stream this week. Zach says start Lab McConkey, DJ Moore, Brian Thomas Jr. I'm starting Brian Thomas Jr. Hector says need a tight end stream since Joku might be out. Picked up Doctor Strange. I love Doctor Strange. Jaguars tight end or Stone Cold. I'm going with Doctor Strange. I like that. Saddam says, thank you, my guy. Anytime, Saddam. Anytime. Josh Richardson says, we play the Cowboys this week. Yes. And we gonna I'm from Carolina. Josh, where you from? I'm from A-Town. I'm from Alamance County. Where you from, Josh? But yeah, we do it. The Cowboy, but Rico gonna eat. Gable says, rank these 3 for week 15. Brian Thomas Jr., AJ Brown, Malik Neighbors. Brian Thomas Jr., AJ Brown, Malik Neighbors. Gavin says Stevenson or Hall. I'm going with Stevenson over Hall. Jimmy said the Cowboys made sure Higgins didn't beat them. Right. Facts. Yeah, I'm from North Carolina too, Josh. But where you from? Like what county? What county you from, bruh? Josh? I'm from Alamance County. All right. So, guys, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Damn, I'm almost late for my appointment. I'm tripping. I got to get out of here, guys. So, y'all be safe, guys. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is Cutting Edge Content. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.